Hello, and welcome to Temple University Beasley School of Law. My name is Julie Randolph, and I'm a reference librarian at the Temple Law Library. Today, we will briefly discuss 3 important databases to which you will have access as a Temple Law student. Each of these databases is an important source for the study and practice of law in the United States. Because each of these databases has so many tools and resources, I will only be able to cover a few of their features in today's discussion. I hope that you will take the time to explore each of these databases and feel free to reach out to me or to any other Temple Law librarian with any questions you have or for further training. So let's get started by taking a look at Lexis Advance and Westlaw Edge. Both Lexis Advance and Westlaw Edge provide access to United States primary law, such as statutes, case law, and regulations, as well as secondary sources at the federal and the state levels. You can run searches from either database's main search bar at the top of the initial screen, or for a more focused search, you can search by content type, by practice area, or within only federal or state materials. In addition, both databases have numerous tools that will help you understand and apply the law. I'll walk through 2 quick examples, one in each database. First, on Lexis Advance, let's search for a Pennsylvania state court case called tincture. You can look for it either by content type under cases, or because you know it's in Pennsylvania, you can start with a state search in Pennsylvania. And then select Pennsylvania state cases. You can either then use the main search bar, or because you know the case is called tincture, you can use an advanced search to get more precise results. Because the case is called tincture, you know that that's one of the parties' names, so you can search by party in the advanced search bar field. And get the results. You can filter your results with any of the categories on the left-hand side, or if this first result is the one you want, and we'll assume that it is, you can go directly into the case. Not only do Lexis and Westlaw provide you with the full text of the opinion, they offer many tools to help you understand and analyze the case, such as core terms, case summary, or headnotes, which highlight key points of law in the opinion. Don't forget to check the Shepard's report on the right-hand column here, which will tell you if the case is still good law. Westlaw has many of these features, but they might have slightly different names. For example, instead of a Shepard's report, you would look at the key site to see if the case is still good law. So now let's use Westlaw to find a federal statute about milk in school lunches. As in Lexis, you can start with the content type, statutes, or you can go straight to federal materials because you're looking for a federal statute and go to the United States Code. You can search through the code in many different ways, such as by browsing the different titles and sections, doing a terms and connector search in the search bar at the top, or using one of the many tools that Westlaw gives you in the right-hand side here. Let's try the United States Code Annotated Index. Because we're searching for milk in school lunches, let's start off with M for milk. The index refers us to dairies and dairy products, and it has many different subcategories. Let's quickly scroll through them to see if there's anything about school lunches. And there is, and it refers us to the code section that's most pertinent. Once you go to the code section, just as with Lexis and cases, Westlaw also gives you many additional tools besides the text of the statute. At the top here, you see information on the statute's history, citing references, which gives you cases, regulations, and other materials that cite to this material, as well as context and analysis that gives you more in-depth information about the statute. Also, Westlaw is giving you information here with the yellow flag that there is proposed legislation that may affect this statute. As I mentioned previously, both Westlaw and Lexis provide you with secondary materials. You can search for it under content type, under federal or state materials, or if you know the practice area of interest, you can take a look by practice area. Keep in mind that while the primary law in Lexis and Westlaw will be largely the same, they have many different secondary sources so that you might want to look at both when you're doing research. So given all of this content, it's not surprising that many United States law students turn to Lexis or Westlaw first when doing research. Bloomberg Law also contains primary law, but Temple Law students and faculty most rely on its dockets feature and secondary content, so I will focus on those here. Under Popular Links Searches is the docket search option. This allows you to search through court dockets, both current and from the past several years, and to pull filings of interest. For example, you may be interested in finding filings in a case in which Amazon was a party in the Third Circuit. It will give you a list of the dockets, and then once you find a docket that is of interest to you, you can click into it and see everything that is happening in the case. You also have the ability in Bloomberg to view or request the filings in a particular case. Bloomberg Law, like Westlaw and Lexis, gives you access to its secondary sources in many different ways. On the left-hand column here, you can either do it by secondary sources, or you can go to a practice center, for example, tax, and it gives you a wide variety of materials related to tax. You may hear people refer to B&A materials. A few years ago, Bloomberg acquired B&A's widely respected materials in tax and other subject areas. This was just a quick overview of the many resources available to you via Lexis Advanced, Westlaw Edge, and Bloomberg Law. Links to these databases and training materials are available in the Temple Law Library LibGuide for international students, which is available on the Temple Law Library website. Please do take the time to explore and poke around and just have fun in these databases, but know that Temple Law librarians are available to help you navigate them.